Today I'll be reviewing something that came out in recent time. In fact, it's still relevant. Welcome to SuperSamicom. Video games about massive exploration have been around for quite some time. Starting with the earlier years of Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy, moving on through Pokemon and Fallout, and finishing up with newer games like Just Dance 3.
Did you put that in there?
And finishing up with newer games like The Last of Us. Even the new Metal Gear Solid game is trying out the waters of exploration, it seems, with its new installment, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Game devs have realized that people love to explore and love to be rewarded for taking the risk of straying away from home. It's in our nature. This impulse goes back to how we moved across the world in the Paleolithic era, and why we love to explore new boundaries today. It's why the Oregon Trail is one of the greatest games ever in my opinion. However, today, it's not as easy to go and explore new lands, as everything on Earth, barring oceans, has been discovered and gas is expensive. I don't know why. It's really a problem though, you can walk. What will satisfy this itch, you ask? Put down that copy of Metal Gear Mama Cook-Off, because that's not it. For me right now, and as you can guess by the video title, it's Cube World. Cube World. Cube World. Cube World. Cube World is a role-playing voxel-based game developed by Wolfram von Funk and voxel art done by his wife Sarah von Funk. It started as a hobby project in 2011 and stemmed from a plethora of influences including The Legend of Zelda, Secret of Mana, Diablo, Monster Hunter, World of Warcraft, and Minecraft, giving an RPG formula that's easy to grasp but consisting of so many factors underneath everything. It's like a plate of 5-layer cube nachos. I don't even think that counts as a joke. Now from a first glance, this game looks like Minecraft. I mean, look! Cubes! Minecraft also has cubes. This must be a rip-off of
No! You are done talking!
Since Cube World is voxel-based, there's really many less limits in the way things that can be detailed. Everything looks absolutely beautiful, and sometimes you can just stop your adventure and look at all the beauty around you. It is lifelike, in a sense. Everything acts as it would naturally. Mountains form like mountains. Deserts are scattered with buttes and valleys. Even though everything is made out of cubes, it behaves and forms as it should. This was a difference I noticed in relation to Minecraft, which also provides an infinitely spawning world. Minecraft makes its mountains out of random chunks, and although sometimes it can look great, it's not always so. The chunks are more often than not very randomized, which is okay for Minecraft because you can just fix it. But in Cube World, where the world isn't able to be terraformed, it's very, very important that the world already looks beautiful as it is. From mountain ranges, life trees, lava lands, and lakes. Not to mention the voxel art for characters looks great and really fits the characters it's assigned to. Now why is this game great? I mean, yeah, everything looks beautiful, but if I wanted to look at mountains, I could just go on Google World. Come on here. This game really takes exploration and makes it work extremely well. On your map there'll be swords above a landmark, and this means that there's some kind of dungeon there. Now when I say dungeon, I don't mean this, or this, this. In Cube World, you could be stumbling upon an Aztec ruin, a castle, catacombs, a mine shaft, a mountain range, an oasis, a giant tree, a pyramid. It's all there, and the variety is fantastic. I've put around 20 plus hours into the game already, and I've hardly repeated any of these types of challenges. You can also find tons of unmarked dungeons on your explorations, which keep things upbeat and even more interesting. The mood to this game, the exploration and adventure, it really reminds me of that feeling when you set out on your boat for the first time in Wind Waker.
This reminds me of Wind Waker. This reminds me of Wind Waker. This reminds me of Wind Waker!
There's sights to see, and while they may be more than you can handle, they're still great to just sit back and look at. Bouncing from that subject, while you explore, you will find tough enemies. Enemies much tougher than you, but never is a single enemy discouraging. Dying is very easy in this game, for me at least, but respawns are quick and place you relatively close to where you were last. Nothing is lost except for whatever you were fighting will be at full health again. Another game this reminds me of is Super Meat Boy, and yeah, they're completely different games, don't get me wrong, but with its quick revives and infinite tries, no matter how difficult the game gets, you can always keep trying and keep progressing. The same goes for Cube World, meaning that although some bosses are impossible until a bit of leveling up is done, the ones that are just very difficult can fall if you try hard enough. The last point I want to make is that this game is fantastic, but throw in some friends and it's... Battles are a little bit more epic, temples are a little bit more dangerous, and the world gets just a little bit bigger. It sounds like a story tale. Have a boss you can't beat? Team up with a friend. Want to explore to the ends of the world? Team up with a friend. You want to go get some food? Try just team up with a friend. go to get some food. Maybe you'll find something new or cover more ground and level up like crazy. Hell, you could just have fun trying to get to the top of a mountain without falling off. Stuff like this makes me see Cube World as something I can definitely come back to in the future. And looking at how hard the Von Funks have been working on making this game great, I expect to see a bunch of awesome updates in the future as well. Things like dragons, undead lands, housing, and pet evolution. There's so much more that I left out though in this review. So if you want to experience Cube World for yourself, I highly recommend downloading it from the link in the description. This is just one of those games you can really play and feel a connection with. The world is your sandbox, and you can have anything, even if you just start out with a plastic shovel. Sometimes life can get stressful. We've all been there. And speaking from personal experience, it's games like this that allow me to just sit back and relax with friends, and forget about the chaos that might be right outside my door. Here I can see monoliths of rock and temples built to bury the remains of kings, or worship whatever deity I can imagine. Half of the fun in Cube World is just taking it all in, and for that reason I once again recommend it to all you guys watching. And as always, may your thumbs stay blistered, and your games play like new. Thanks for watching. Hey there everyone, thanks for watching my latest video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Want to give a shout out to my friend Gull of Doom, you can see his video right there. He's actually the second person on a lot of these clips, and we played a lot of Cube World together as soon as we got it. Also, I wanted to remind everyone that every Friday night at 10 PM Eastern, you can go and see Sam and Posi's Late Night Lounge. It's where me and my friend Posi versus the world, we just talk about stuff and play video games. Link to that is in the description. So, without further ado, comment on what you thought about the video, subscribe if you liked it, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.